Inspector General of Police in charge of Force Intelligence Bureau, AIG, CSP Dr. Nonye Wellas, and other senior police officers here. An accomplished Nigerian youth, an accomplished musician. We have about 5 other persons. Bobo Ajudwa, who is his personal attorney.
So you're a lawyer like your dad now.
Yes. Asa Asipa.
This, yeah, just introduce us and allow them to introduce themselves.
So, this, they are here to.
So, me, as I landed Lagos, we're driving first to the hotel, I think.
You had landed Abuja.
Sorry, landed
Yes,
Abuja. On the way to the hotel, we stopped. I saw like some people, like little protests or something. But apparently, those ones were pro SARS. Like even attacking, like Davido, you come Abuja, come protest that blah blah blah. So me going to, even from Lagos, they're already telling me if you land this Abuja and don't come and join us, that have been sleeping here for days. That was the argument we were having the whole time on the plane. You know what I'm saying? They were like, IG has invited you. Simple, go and see IG and resolve it. Because all the protest, and seeing the number one in person is more, do you understand? It's better than just running around Lagos causing havoc. Do you understand? But in coming there, just the emotions in them were too much. When I first got to the protest, they were abusing me. You get out of here. And now they come, Abi. I had to beg them, like, come, let's all. Because the problem in Nigeria is more than SARS. It's way more. So, like, if you start to even count the problem with Nigeria, it's more than SARS. And now, even America, Chris Brown don't call me. Everybody don't call me. What's going on in Nigeria? I'm like, do you understand? And for me to be the top artist here and not do anything is impossible. Left to me. And everybody just like, because your papa get money, you guys work for the government. That's why you don't want to say anything. So I just had to make a stance. Even apart from because of that, just even for the welfare of just people. Me personally, because of who I am, I really never had a problem with police. Do you understand? But like, people suffer. Oh yeah, like even one time, somebody paid me for, I think a club appearance or something, and the area was not a safe area. The guy even told me it was a different area. The guy paid police. They came to my house. Outside they were shooting. My son was there, shouting Chioma's name. Come outside, you where your husband. I had to run to my daddy's house to hide. Me, Davido. This last year. You know, we even thought they were armed robbers. And people saw, even the other day I was driving out, you see it on the internet. I was driving out, 2 guys, just regular. Just on the ground, they stopped them. I told the police to release them, they released them. That's one part of the problem. So now this whole SARS-P, they said SARS has been disbanded, which I commend you for listening to the people. I don't think there's any number one of police that's ever really listened to the people. Do you understand? You listened to us and you disbanded the SARS. Couple problems that they said to me. One was the redeployment, sir. They said they want to redeploy them to other units. Number one, people were complaining. I feel, you want to tell me the whole SARS is bad? Can't tell me that. There are good people in the force. Even if they are not trained well, we can't really just, it's not fair to just sack them and say go. Everybody has families, they have kids, they have people they are taking care of. Our 5 demands, this is what. Number one, immediate release of all arrested protesters. Yesterday, we thank God, everybody was released. But apparently, they said
Everybody was released in Abuja.
In Abuja. In Lagos, there are still people arrested.
You can't speak for anywhere else.
Number 2, I think this is the most important point. Justice for all deceased victims of police brutality and appropriate compensations for their families. I tweeted something yesterday. I said, this, out of everything, this is the most important thing. Because even if there's reform and there's change, you cannot change a life that has been lost. That one is 100%. Number 3, setting up an independent body to oversee the investigation and prosecution of all reports of police misconduct within They say within 10 days. I don't agree with that. You cannot, it's impossible to do anything within 10 days. But it's something that should be looked at. In line with the new Police Act, which they just signed, even before this, psychological evaluation and retraining of all disbanded SARS officers before they can be redeployed. I agree. So, really what they're saying is, okay, the ones that did offense, charge them. The ones that didn't do anything, or still retrain them, even the good ones, retrain them and then redeploy them, which is very important. I'm doing that. And this fifth one, to me, after number 2, which is justice for the deceased victims, number 5 is the most important. After that one, increase police salary so that they are adequately compensated for protecting lives and property of citizens. I've seen a video of one police barrack. A beggar cannot stay there. Do you understand? The problem is really funding, benefits, insurance, life insurance, health insurance. If the police, if they are risking their lives, obviously they should be, you know what I'm saying? So benefits, which is very important.
So to add to what David has canvassed, obviously these are things that we've been seeing all over, the internet. We've been seeing in person. I myself was privileged enough yesterday to witness a bit of the clamoring. Like David said, when we first landed in Abuja yesterday, we had one mission: to come and discuss, hopefully with the IG, and to share, what the general youth felt about the situation, what the demands were. Because one thing that is very, very easy is for people to get lost in the protests. I kid you not, yesterday, while we were on the streets, there were so many people that actually forgot what they were doing there.
I'm telling you.
So what we want to do is ensure that, okay, yes, while people are outside, making sure everybody is made aware of what is on ground, there is actual direct communication. Because it's not just about being on the streets and protesting and raising awareness. After some time, the human body can only do so much. Physically, you will get tired, people need to get back to work, need to get back to their lives. We need results. It is results that we actually want. So that is the reason why we actually came to Abuja. But as David explained, on the way, we landed. In fact, they first of all blocked our car. They nearly broke one windscreen. Davido, you, from your house, you have been, say what is going on, what is the matter? Luckily for us, as we landed, they have disbanded us. Because I won't lie to you, I was one of the people that was begging David to actually not partake in protest. Reason for this is safety of the general public. I know I've been privileged enough to witness David's arrival in various countries, in public, everywhere, all over the world. I know what his fans are capable of. And I know that we cannot control them. Some people will take something that is meant to be peaceful and turn it into something else. Before you start speaking English...
I know how many times I had to beg yesterday, like, calm down, like, I was looking at them, like, you guys are crazy.
So before you even start speaking English, people have gone on and done whatever they want to do. Before you know it, there's a problem. Where did this stem from? Davido taken to the streets, all his fans going crazy, thinking that they are aiding in protest. Meanwhile, we're here preaching peaceful protest. So yesterday, when we touched down, we just, what is going on? Tried to calm everybody down. Next thing they said, no. Okay, SARS has been disbanded. What is going on now? No. They arrested 20 of us. We will not leave. What is going on? Say, no, Davido, we need you. I said, what I said? I was privileged enough to have contact with Mr. Frank Mba. I put a call through. I said, please, these people all around here, they are clamoring. We actually wish to come and address them that, look, we have a meeting with the IG. Everybody just calm down. Let us hear about the actual steps they intend to take towards this reform and towards making everybody believe that this SARS has actually been disbanded. Because it's not just about cancelling the name SARS and bringing another name and filling them with the same personnel. Like David explained earlier, people need to be retrained, reorientation, re-educated. And then there is appeal that we need to make to governments too. We have some meetings fixed with personnel of members of government.
Increase the salary.
The House of Reps, the Chief of Staff. We're dialoguing with people. We need to also get them to do better in terms of funding for the police. We know what police, we are privileged enough to be exposed. We know what police in other climes are getting. So they need to put their lives on the line for this job. I'm not making any excuse for any officer that is misbehaving or extorting anybody on the streets, no. But I'm saying that this is something that we can do to reduce misbehavior like this. So, that's what I was saying. We landed, they said, 20 people have been arrested. I spoke to Mr. Frank. He said, what are you saying? Okay, wait, just hold on. Let me make a call. He made a call, spoke to the commissioner, called me back. He said, there is nobody in our custody. There is nobody. What is going on? Tell them to give you a name right now. He spoke to David even right on the
right there in the.
He said, David, tell them to give you a name right now and let us verify this. We kept asking.
They gave me two, but then they gave me 2 names this morning. Though.
They gave this morning.
Only 2 names.
They gave names. We said, okay, you know what, everybody just. They said, no, we must go to Force. We've been to Force headquarters twice already. They chased us away. They did this. The next thing we got there, and that was where you saw the dialogue between us. We made everybody sit on one side of the road.
I can't believe I was scared for my life. I was walking, caulking, tear gas. I was like,
You know?
I had to get on my knees. I said, now BO is Davido. Please don't come to fight, please. Oh.
And to be fair, they calmed down.
They calmed down.
They saw that everybody was not.
We all sat on the floor like we don't tire.
Once they saw that nobody was coming to try and engage them or anything, to be fair, the officers calmed down, you know. So approached them, discussed, and then they said, look, there are no protesters in custody. Everybody has been released. We spoke to the crowd, and that was how that actually calms down. So if it seemed like, you know, I thought that I should make sure I put it out there. It seemed like David landed there to cause trouble, even though he had no. That was not the case, you know. So back to what David had said. You know, these reforms. Right now, people are still protesting. If you check,
Lagos is crazy.
Lagos right now is shut down because they still have demands.
We can't even land.
What are their demands? Their demands actually flow from a lot of what has already done by your good selves, by the Police Act 2020, but obviously it was recently just put into place. But then they also have demands that ensure that this SARS that we have disbanded actually stays disbanded, and there is change. Now the change will not happen overnight. So part of what we have come to do here is also to appeal to the masses that please, if we can get a word from the IG letting us know that steps are being taken, they appreciate everything we have said, and they are true to this attempt to reform, then please, we also have to understand that these changes will not be made overnight. Some of them will not be made overnight. It's part of what I actually said, please let us come here, and after hearing from you, we can possibly use our platform to also get people to appreciate. And you know, that is a summary of what we feel.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. You want to say something, madam? Yes. Coming to the source to find out what is happening, rather than not knowing what is happening, you go to the street, and after protesting on the street, then you now want to come and know what is happening. So this is the most respected way of doing things. So thank you for taking this step. The activities of SARS has been an issue since 2017. And all that the police authority did was to reform the unit so that to be more responsive to the society. Changes came up, and still we have challenges. So this is the first time that a decisive decision was taken to dissolve the unit. We've never done it before, and we never said it before. It was always reform, reform, reform. And why are we doing this? We are doing this because police is to serve the public, to serve the people. So if the people you are serving are saying that one of your services is not servicing us well, then we need to listen to what the public are saying and then adjust. And this is what we are doing. Is it only a change, a dissolving it and nothing will happen? Never. There is a law on robbery, and there is a Robbery and Firearms Act, which must be enforced in this country. And the organization to enforce it is the Nigeria Police Force. And there must be a unit that will deal with such cases, but certainly not SARS again. So, dissolving SARS, you must have another structure that will perform that function. And that structure, we've already come up with that structure, but it is not going to be as the disbanded SARS. It is going to be an intelligence-led unit that will be trained, and they are not going to be like a routine They will not be performing routine duties. They are only going to be a unit that will intervene when there's an intelligence on robbery cases. The moment they get the information, they operate and come out is done. The issue of any police unit at all going to look at people's telephone, which is supposed to be their private property, or looking at the type of vehicles they are using, or profiling them to see whether they are Yahoo boys or not, that era is gone. It is not acceptable. It is not what they have been taught to do in terms of training. So be rest assured that everybody, both the police that were serving you, the public, and the members of the public, will see a robust unit that will be intelligence-led so as to save the law-abiding citizens of this country. SARS is disbanded, but people are still protesting. We don't understand the reason. Because when the unit is disbanded, as you rightly observe, it is not just one day that you will get effect. You will take some steps in order to put another one in place and take all the necessary corrections that should have been made so that you will have a unit that will be acceptable to everybody. This unit was disbanded yesterday. We expected that the protesters will calm down and give us chance to interface with people like you, civil society organization, and take their input into the next structure we are bringing. But that is not done. Some people are there still going on protests. It is going to bring untold hardship to members of the public that are using the roads and going back to their jobs and the rest of them. In my speech, I spoke about justice. I said an investigation team will be constituted which will include civil society organizations in identifying all those abuses, and that those that are found culpable will be punished. That is justice. When you talk of compensation, this is something that has to go through court processes. And you have to look at if it is investigated, the case, if a case is investigated and it is found that a case has been made against an officer and that officer is punished, if you are going to talk of any compensation, let the investigation be concluded first.
So they have videos. It's not about investigation. There's videos of the officers shooting the guy.
But the issue is that those videos, be careful. During general election, we saw a lot of videos. Even during the last election, we saw a video where the wife of a sitting governor was said to have been molested. There are a lot of fake videos. I'm coming. There are a lot of fake videos going about here. Just the recent one that I'm saying, the Ondo election. Did you see fake video? Did you hear that BBC even reported the wife of Akeredolu was molested? Attacked. And then the video went viral. And the woman came out to say, I was never attacked. And BBC had to apologize, and the other channel had to apologize, and the rest of them. During the general election, we had some videos that were circulating, saying that people in Kano were being shot. And then the opponents were fighting, blood was flowing, and the rest of them. And you see the videos, it's real. But when we cross-check, it was an issue that happened in Ghana. A year ago, before the election. But it was circulating. So what I'm saying, while we'll be having, it could be true that we have genuine videos going about, but we have to cross-check so that it doesn't become a video of a case that happened 2 years or 3 years ago and is being recirculated. We have asked anybody that has any evidence, whether in video form or in written form, to get the victims to come, since there's going to be an investigative unit, an investigation team to deal with the case. Let the victims or their relatives appear during the investigation so as to make case. But if you are taking a video, be careful. Videos circulating, some of them are not real. So in terms of justice, we want justice to be done. And the conclusion of the investigation team will lead to justice. Training and retraining of our officers, that is what must be done. We must do that if we want to have a professional organization like the Nigerian police. Like I said, the unit that we're trying to bring to cover for the activities of the disbanded SARS is a unit that will never operate without being trained. We've already discussed it this morning. We have planned the training, and we believe by next week the training will start. And we will invite you people to come to the training.
I think the problem is people want to. How do you know?
Let me finish. So during the training, we want to invite you people to come and even talk to the officers during the training, so that you know that it is real and not window dressing. Then on the release of protesters, if there's any protester that is said to have been detained anywhere, identify such a person, in name and the station where it's kept, for us to take action. It is not just people saying Exactly. So when you get it, the PRO is there. Let him collect it. Let us know the station. Let us know the command, and then we'll take action. So let me listen to you, David. You are saying something.
Thank you very
because
much.
Because if you don't say something, won't allow you to leave here.
No, I will definitely say something. But you made mention of the fact that after you made the announcement that why are people still protesting, and I'd like to go as far as saying it's because the element of trust is not there, number one. So it's not, we have been told so many task force, and between the dismantling of SARS, what would you like people to say? Because
police officers.
Okay.
We
as the public, we don't see that way.
I feel like the first thing, all the start with the first thing in the house first.
No, wait. Listen. You ask questions you want to know.
Yes, sir.
And I'm happy you are here. And ask any question you want to know so that
we can pass it on.
Yes. That trust is true. The trust gap is wide.
Break down.
Yes. And we must bridge that mistrust in the system. SARS, members of SARS are just ordinary members of the Nigerian police. General duty that they can work anywhere. They are only given special training to deal with violent crime. That's why you are posted to that unit. So if you are no more in that unit, certainly you must continue to perform police duties in another assignment.
So I think
I'm coming.
I think I would start with first minutes.
Wait.
Can I say something, please?
Wait.
No.
Wait. Let me educate you. It's what you feel should be done, but we're telling you that you don't waste your money. You have okay. You are deployed to fight robbery, and you are found to be wanting your work in tackling robbery is not yielding results. So we shouldn't deploy you to another place to perform another function. You can be deployed to another place to perform another function. If you stay at home, what is the meaning?
You're collecting salary.
What is the meaning?
At least people will feel like
No, I think the issue is that if they're redeployed and they start working immediately, so when does the training happen?
Training
when
of what?
Retraining happen?
I'm saying all the questions that you say.
A unit is disbanded. You got to have another structure that will deal with violent crime. And that structure is being formed now, which I told you during the training you'll be invited also to be part of it, to see that it is not a joke. It's something serious. Now, these people that we are bringing to retrain, they are still members of the Nigerian police. We are not carrying them from outside. Training and retraining is a constant process. If I'm to retrain detectives, there's a schedule for that training for the year. If I'm to train anti-robbery squad or whatever squad, there's a schedule of training for that for the year. If I'm to train peacekeepers, the same thing. So it is not a one-time activities. Just like we said, within the SARS personnel, there are good ones and there are bad ones. And it is the bad ones that, of course,
I think all the bad ones, the good ones suffer.
Exactly.
But the issue, sir, is that you understand it
People
from a
listen,
molecular
people hear.
As far as the outside is concerned, all it looks like is that they've been moved. This scheduling, with all due respect, sir, is when it's not a state of national security, which it is now, is becoming.
They should give us time to implement what we have said we are going to do. That they should disabuse their mind from the notion or impression that they had of what happened in the past because of lack of transparency, as you said.
Sorry, sir. Sorry. If you can get the time limits to work.
When are we checking back?
Davido, government work or dealing with members of the public is not a mathematics. This training we say we are going to start next week. Of the
That's what I'm saying.
That's the solid. The masses don't know that training is starting.
But I told you people we are also going to invite you. So it is not something that is. I cannot say I disbanded SARS and then I fold my hands. What if robbery starts?
That's how it seems, sir.
That's how your impression. That's the impression you have. No, but let them understand. Let them understand first, Piero.
No, we really understand, and I don't mean to offend you, sir, but it's the reality.
There's no more important matter in Nigeria.
No, it's not offended.
It's the reality.
Yes, he's offended.
But it is the reality.
You are correct.
And I'm highly intelligent and learned, and there's a lot of people that are not learned, so you can, and that are suffering it.
I agree with
and
you.
now, sorry, even though
so as we would have said, they're disbanding and going for retraining. It's different from disbanding and have been redeployed. People don't understand that.
Okay, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Training, so that information needs to go out.
I agree with you because each people have different ways of understanding. But I'm very, very happy that you came.
Thank you very much.
And I'm happy I came because I understand more.
Yes.
Me too. I understand.
Because you ask questions so as to bridge the gap of what you are thinking. If it is disbanded, the people are redeployed. What is the meaning of redeployment? Does that mean they are somewhere doing the same job? This is what you are thinking. But that is not the meaning of our deployment, as you explained. And then, but let's work together. Piero, we need to develop something with him and others on how to bridge communication gap. So, Piero, I don't know what you discuss with him, what kind of platform or forum we can create, just to.
So no, there are things we can do.
So that we can hear from you.
That's
we can hear from you.
Every quarter.
No, I'm around.
So you discuss. Let's create that platform. But what I want you to understand is that don't look at us as police on the other side. Yes. No, this is your police. Even if we are not there, you are going to bring new police officers, still going to be from the society. We are not going to bring an American here to be your police officer. So look at us as your police officers, and at the same time, what you see that will improve the system, you should always work on that. That's why that platform is.
This sit down alone can't so many things.
Exactly.
Just dialogue.
For now. For now, communication, accountability, people need to know what's going on.
Yes. So we want you to assist us too. That Davido came to see the IG. He had discussion with the IG, and this is what the IG said. There is no any going to be gap. These people redeploy doesn't mean that they are kept somewhere to do the same job. No. This the new unit we are getting is a unit that we start training and retraining, and during the training.
Also supervise.
No, not supervising. You are coming to talk.
I can't supervise.
You are not supervising. You are coming there to talk.
I get many talents.
You are coming there to talk so that you also interface.
And also, I also feel there should be an independent body. Yes. Apart outside the police, there is also
to do what?
Also to oversee the role.
Not even oversee, just to be able to know that things are going on.
It has to be.
No. What? Say your mind.
Like an independent partner, apart from obviously the police will have their own.
So if you guys don't follow through, sorry, sir, there should be a way that we should be able to call you out and ask for accountability and what the plan is.
I said platform will be created. You alone, you are going to have platform with us.
100%. Yeah.
So from there, you can be giving us feedback.
Yes,
sir. IG, you say you are going to do ABC. We are still waiting to see this and that.
Yes, thank you.
You get it? Yes. Because believe me, we are here for you. We are your police officers. We are not police officers of anybody outside this country. We are not police officers of Cameroon or any other.
Everybody needs to feel like that, not just police.
Yeah?
Everybody needs to feel like that.
Yes, so I'm sending the message because we need a peaceful country.
If you talk to your people, you also have to talk to them. Like every update. Hey, how are you, my fellow Nigerians? But even if it's Instagram live, safe. Because Instagram live.
Davido is talking to you now.
More communication.
We do all that.
Even before the disbandment.
Let me also just make this point.
The moment he gets the message, he sends it out there. He has done his part. We'll get another group and explain to them. When they understand, they send the message that they have done their part. We are in for the reform. This is the first time SARS was disbanded, and we are coming up with structure. We are coming up with the structure to deal with the unit that has been disbanded. The investigation team has been set up to punish those officers that are found wanting, and that civil society organization, we must interface with them on constant basis. Your own group is a group that we must do on constant basis, just like we get other groups. That's why I said we should create something, platform, so that whatever you get from your supporters, post to us, then we also look at it and give you feedback.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you. So, Pharaoh, what next? Yeah? Group photograph.